Welcome to Broken Tusk Rising, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play in the Galarian campaign setting. We're playing through the Quest for the Frozen Flame adventure path.
I'm Shaun, and I'm playing Andreas Witchborn, the human magus.
I'm Jessica, and I'm playing Xankath, the halfling fighter.
I'm Janette, and I'm playing Jonesy, the human cleric.
This is Josh, and I'm playing Korgo, the human barbarian.
Last time on Broken Tusk Rising, Andreas, Rangara, Jonesy, Korgo, and Xankath recovered from their defeat by the ghost cat Siarstic and were happily reunited with Letsua, Shaggy Shemvin, Harbina Farwander, and, most importantly, Rumpy the Direwolf. After recruiting Shaggy, they charged back into the painted chamber of Red Cat Cave and defeated its guardian spirit. The giant cat calmed down and explained that it had been driven mad by its defeat at the hands of Metuok, a burning mammoth who stole the primordial flame. Siarstic referred to him as a demon man, and a man with the heart of a demon. Metuok went east with the primordial flame through the F-Gear route, the traditional route that the burning mammoth following would take before the split with the Broken Tusks. This route ends at the entrance to Lost Mammoth Valley. It falls to you, the Broken Tusk Scouts, to blaze the trail. Before we get to that, let's have each of you tell us about level 3, because last time you leveled up. Andreas, anything exciting?
3 is one more than 2.
It's true. Math checks out.
Yeah.
It is a level.
Mm-hmm. Shaun, did you do your homework?
Who am I kidding? I've been planned up to level 10 since the first session. Because I get too excited. Andreas, a magus, gets a few different things at level 1. And then
At
more
level
at level 3.
Okay. All right.
Oh my god, is it a Monday?
What's happening today?
I get access to second level spells, which is pretty good. I get access to a new general feat, and I get a skill increase. So for my skill increase, I went athletics because I really want to trip something eventually.
Nice.
It will work. And then for my general feat, I did some ancestry shenanigans, and I learned astrology.
Oh.
All right, if this was the real world, I would be embarrassed for you. But in this game, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Andreas is seeing the hand of Desna kind of all over the place. She is, one of her smaller domains is the stars, and he is seeing, the northern lights and even the star map room. He's seeing her hand everywhere, kind of affecting our adventure and guiding us along the path.
Cool.
So he's going to spend some more time gazing at the stars and nerding out about constellations.
Cool.
And this will allow me to potentially get a little bit of kind of like an augury. I get to roll a die at the beginning of the day, and then I can get to carry forward a bonus to like my first skill check I make each day kind of thing.
Oh, neat. All right. In this world, astrology actually does something. Cool.
What do you mean?
Korgo.
Which world doesn't it do something?
Don't worry about it, Josh. It's fine.
Josh, just don't look up.
I've been paying $30 a month for this astrology for no reason.
But Madam Eva.
Well, in your case, Josh, it did do something. It sucked $30 a month out of your wallet.
For years.
Korgo, anything cool happen for you at 3rd level?
So Korgo has taken away one of his class powers. He's retrained it. He withheld his rage through almost the whole Red Cat Cave, and he's become able to withhold his rage temporarily with the Moment of Clarity ability. So he really needs that because you can't command animals unless you're not raging. So now he has to spend an action to not rage for a second so he can do other actions. Anyway. He's a little better at nature now, and he picked up the ride feat, so I'm going to ride animals.
Do we know yet which animal you're riding, or is that something we need to discuss?
No, we got to figure it out.
Okay. What about Jonesy?
Jonesy has decided, after all of these adventures, that he doesn't want to die alone.
We all die alone.
Oh my gosh, jeez.
So he's really focusing on healing people. He got a battle medicine feat.
I personally appreciate this. Just going to throw that out there.
Yes.
Personally, I'm a big fan.
Especially for Xankath.
What does that do?
Oh, that's a really good question. I'm pretty sure it means that I can patch up myself and anybody in the party during an actual encounter. And I think I can do that once for each person. But that might be per day or per encounter.
It's got the same cooldown as treat wounds, so once per hour. But the battle medicine advantage is it's like one action, you slap a band-aid on somebody.
The disadvantage is it doesn't remove the wounded condition.
Yeah, but if we're in the middle of the combat,
that's okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, I'm not done. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I am now an expert, or he is now an expert in fortitude and medicine. And I got 2 new second level spells. Oh, and my heal. My heal is now 2d10 instead of 1d10.
Nice.
Which is really good.
Oh, wow.
That's a giant improvement. Okay, and Xankath.
So, level 3 for fighter, you get a new general feat. And in an effort to keep Jonesy from dying alone as well, I took the toughness feat. So, there's some extra HP there. We'll see how that goes.
I almost became tougher, but then I decided to become an expert in astrology instead.
I respect that decision.
Nice.
And she got sneakier, so upped my stealth, now an expert at stealth. And assuming this is fine, Mike, she would like to retrain assisting shot, which has been basically useless to me because I hit so rarely, I never hit on the second shot to actually use assisting shot. So I'm going to retrain assisting shot and instead have united assault.
Ooh.
Sounds awesome.
If you make a strike, you get a +2 damage rolls equal to however many people damaged the target since the end of the target's last turn.
Huh. Okay.
So it ups your damage, which is a thing that I've struggled with. We'll see how it goes. This may not be great either, but we'll see. It sounds exciting.
It sounds cool. The only annoying thing with that is you have to remember how many people have hit it the whole time. But our rolls are kind of recorded in this league, so that'll make it
that
better.
makes it easier, at least.
Neat. Does Rungara level up?
Yeah.
Well, did anything cool happen? No.
Nice side eye, Josh.
They're better. Her guard's slightly better at everything.
All right. Good enough.
Did I eye roll? I am so sorry. I'm turning my camera off. Goodbye, everybody.
No, it was like oh, whoops, did I forget?
Okay. I didn't forget. I did do it. But no, nothing
Josh is just over here eye rolling at everybody.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Make me roll initiative. God.
Okay. Anything else that we need to talk about for level ups? Anything else any questions or anything I need to rule on?
What did Frand do for his level up?
Frand is doing something. Let's put it that way.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to find out.
Yeah.
I bet Frand took the toughness feat. He already had it.
He already had the toughness
He already
feat.
had it. Yeah.
I don't think Fran needed it. Yeah.
Frand invented the toughness feat.
Oh, man, so jealous.
All right, so back to the adventure. As I said, the new goal of the Broken Tusk Scouts is to lead the following to Lost Mammoth Valley. This section of the adventure also depends on the exploration rules, but with a few changes. First, you can see where you currently are, you can see the hexes around you, and you can see your destination on the map, marked with a mammoth symbol, right? Can everybody see all that?
Yes.
Yes.
What you can't see, however, is everything in between. You'll have to explore the map to find a path to the entrance to Lost Mammoth Valley. Make sense?
Cool.
Yes.
The second change has to do with your options while traveling. We'll get to that in a moment, but to be clear, you still need to travel to a hex, which might take 1 or 2 exploration activities, and then you need to reconnoiter it before moving on, which also might take 1 or 2 exploration activities, depending on the type of hex that it is. The burning mammoths are still pursuing you, but they are far behind. It will take them 12 days at their current pace just to appear on the map that you're currently on. It's still the 9th of Desna, so the burning mammoths won't appear on the map until the 21st of Desna, and by that point you will of course have moved on yourselves. The entire following has traveled to the entrance of Red Cat Cave after your victory, and they have set up camp. Emic is making friends with Rumpy the Direwolf, as Jonesy supervises. Letsua and Argakoa have explained the change in course to the following. Whippakoa, remember Whippa was what you called her before, but now that she's a mother, her name changes to Whippakoa. Whippakoa walks up to your camp and she looks at the cave entrance and then at you, and warm light from your campfire gives her face an amber glow. So, Lost Mammoth Valley, the head scout says with a smile, testing the words as if trying on a new cloak. The name is a mystery to me, Lost Mammoth Valley. But I know, wherever we go, we will be in good hands with you leading the way. Absent-mindedly rubbing the head of a newborn strapped across her chest, Whippakoa continues. Along the way, we'll do well to disguise our route as best we can. Yes, hiding the tracks of an entire following is like shearing a mammoth, but the effort might be worth it. By fording rivers or planting false tracks, we might be able to delay them for a few days. Even if it seems like we're already far ahead of them, we do not know this land. A single wrong move could cause our luck to turn. This means you now have new options when you travel to a new hex. You can attempt to delay the burning mammoths. Whippakoa proposes 3 means to do this. First, you could conceal your tracks. Second, you could ford or cross a river. And then third, you could plant false tracks. Each of these requires a skill check, but, somewhat strangely, doesn't use up any exploration activities for the day. You can only attempt to delay activity after you travel to a hex and before you reconnoiter it. In general, the activities slow down the burning mammoths if you succeed and have no effect if you fail. If you critically succeed, the burning mammoths are slowed down even more, and you might even travel more quickly depending on the activity. If you critically fail, the burning mammoths move more quickly, and there may be other effects as well. You are also welcome to suggest other delaying tactics, aside from the ones suggested by Whippakoa. If it's super clever, you might even get an automatic success, or even an automatic critical success. But such tricks will only work once. Right? So if you say, I want to use this spell to do this thing, and I might say, wow, that's genius. That just works. But you can only do that once for that particular idea.
So that's true. Only, we can conceal tracks as many times as we want.
Apparently.
But the things we come up with is a one-time option.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
For each of us?
Well, no, not for each one of you, but for each thing you come up with, right? So if Jonesy just has this string of different but all brilliant ideas, then all of them work, right? But you can't use the same brilliant idea over and over and over again. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's a little weird that they're giving you this free activity and you can do these same things over and over again. What they're basically incentivizing you to do is just pick one of these and do it every single hex.
Yes.
Right? There's no cost to it, except that you might critically fail. Failure doesn't do much, but critical failure does. Yeah. It's a slightly strange setup. I think I would tweak it slightly if I were writing this, but I'm not confident enough to tweak it in the current situation, so without having tried this before. So we'll just see how it goes.
May we know what the corresponding skills are?
Yes. We'll do that when you actually make your first decision, all right? But basically, just to give you a heads up what skills they are in general, they are survival, athletics, nature, river lore, deception, or if you have a lore related to a hex's terrain type. Right? So those are the skills involved.
Okay.
So let me know when we reach demon terrain.
Right.
I mean, personally, I feel like stealth should be in there, but that's pretty self-serving.
I kind of agree, but it's not in there. Sorry.
I feel so dumb not picking up river lore. You know, it's like,
yeah, I know,
right?
Why would I not have done that now?
Who thinks to get river lore?
Whippakoa adds one more thing. Because we are unfamiliar with this area, we are being extra careful with our supplies and sending out additional foraging parties. My sister, Kanawaku, will be ranging far from the following to hunt. Keep an eye out for her. She may need your help, or be able to help you. She is... And she looks down at her feet for a moment, past the baby on her chest. She is a lot, but she means well and is a skilled hunter. Try to be patient. This section of the adventure has both random encounters and fixed encounters, but like the end of the last map, there's likely to be quite a bit of uneventful travel. We will probably edit that out for the listeners It's not really exciting to say we go to another hex, we do a perception check, okay, next one, right? This is a good time to note that we could track your supplies, and we could have you forage for food every day. That's something we could be doing, and keeping track of exhaustion and that kind of stuff. Given that that is just a series of rolls, I'm not sure it's interesting enough to include. If anyone really wants to do that, let me know.
I'm good.
What was the sister's name? That's what I care about.
Panuaku.
Oh yeah, I think I had that name somewhere before.
Yeah, and that's Wippa's twin sister.
It's fine with me. I just have this stupid forager feat now.
If you wanted to retrain that forager feat, that would be okay with me. Because, it's cool. I can imagine that if this were a home game, it might be fun to track that stuff and sort of always be on the edge of subsistence.
Yeah.
But for this podcast where we're trying to keep things moving, I think it would just come across as boring resource management. On the other hand, listeners, if you want lots of resource management, write in and let us know what you think.
That might happen in the next campaign.
Yeah, right.
By the time you hear this.
Sure. Having said all that, you are now looking at the new map. You can see Red Cat Cave, and you can see the valley stretching to the southeast. The hex to your southeast contains rolling hills. The hex to your northeast contains grassy plains. That may be a little hard to tell from the map. They put some clouds on there that make it a little difficult to see what's what. You can decide on your next move. You can visit the Broken Tusk following camp, or do whatever else you want to do. You're not going to take your next travel activity until tomorrow. So if you want to do something else today, you're welcome to do that.
I certainly need to trade away some of these extra suits of leather armor I've been carrying around for the past 6 weeks.
Yeah, as we have discussed some before, if you want to, I think probably off the podcast, if you want to treat the following as something like a level 2 settlement, then you're welcome to do that. We don't need to play out, you haggling over selling your studded leather armor.
Isn't that the only reason people subscribe to Actual Play Podcast, though?
You want me to make
shopping episodes?
You want me to make a shop a shop owner that you can hang out with?
Maybe somebody who sells shoes.
Yeah.
Just for instance.
I don't think we have a shoe store in the following. Dave, if you really want there to be one, you think that's important? You think they need to have a lot of boots and sandals replaced?
They walk a lot, yeah.
They
It
do
makes
walk
sense.
a lot.
It's
I mean, a
true.
lot of people are
Yeah.
barefoot,
It's true.
believe it or not. But, all right, if you really want there to be a shoe store, I guess there could be a shoe store. Who do you think would run this shoe store?
Maybe there's a manicurist for all the feet.
There probably is a
Oh, man.
manicurist.
Korgo would love a nice petty. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, Petty, that's what it's called. I go to
Yeah.
the spa very often.
Don't ask why I do that.
Do you genuinely want to play out the store reaction interaction? We can do that.
I don't.
No. I
Okay.
just, Andreas does go about camp and trade away some of his stuff and
Okay.
make some exchanges.
And then
Okay.
splits all the money with the party.
I carried this stuff.
Classic.
That's yep. That checks out. Why don't you buy a bunch of horses?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everyone should buy a horse.
Are there animals that I could trade for? Maybe somebody
let's
wants a nice
see here.
leather armor in exchange for some a mule or maybe a small mammoth that could carry me.
Why not just a large one?
What?
Why not a large mammoth? Why small?
I don't want to have to feed it.
But then we could all ride on the large mammoth, like a school bus.
Well, I'm trading for it with my armor.
Okay, so apparently they don't have any horses in the following. I know that's weird. There's a specific section in here about taper mounts. Basically, it says they make bad mounts.
Oh, sure.
Classic.
But no horses.
No horses, apparently not. There are mammoths, but they're reserved for the mammoth lords.
That checks out. Mhm.
No horse, only bad taper.
Okay, well, in that case, we'll be on the lookout for effective mounts while we are adventuring.
Mike is fighting the horses.
I mean, you could ride the moose if you want to take the time to build a relationship with it in some way, but the dinosaur also, I guess, Although, as we've discussed some offline, the problem with the dinosaur is it's not really an animal that you could use very well in combat. If it gets scared, it's likely to freak out and just start stomping everyone. Yeah, this is... Right now, there aren't a lot of ideal mount-type creatures, but later there might be some.
Jonesy, can I ask you a question?
Oh, yes, of course.
I think Rumpy's pretty cool. And,
Oh, yes, me too. She's my favorite.
And,
I would never, ever give her to anybody else.
okay.
She's such a good dog. I mean, wolf. Look at
Yeah.
her cute face.
She's currently licking Emic up and down, and Emic is giggling.
Could I ride Rumpy?
Jonesy, slowly looks straight in your eyes, his mouth agape.
Why? Why Rumpy?
Rumpy's really fast. And he listened to me that one time in the cave, so I think I can trust him.
But, what do you plan to ride her? Where are you going?
Well, here's my real question. If you had a choice between asking Sister Cinder to heal me or Rumpy and we're both dying, would you heal me or Rumpy?
Well, that's, you of course. But I would save Rumpy too. I'm good at multitasking.
See, look at all this stuff. And he starts taking out all his bandages.
I have these and I have these as well. I could do two things at once. I have two hands.
Emic says, I'd save Rumpy.
There you go. She would save Rumpy. I would save you.
Okay.
Problem solved.
I'm gonna go get the moose.
But, I mean, besides from the story, I think you could probably convince Jonesy to ride Rumpy. It's fine.
I think I probably could. I just don't want, Yeah, no, I'm riding the moose. I don't want to risk a split second decision on cute dog versus me.
So, are you naming this moose?
Oh yeah, the moose already had a name.
Oh,
Do you remember what it was?
It's Greta Thunberg.
Oh, yeah, it was Greta.
We're gonna call
Greta.
it
Oh, wow.
Thunberg though.
okay. It's a bull moose.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, great.
He doesn't care.
All right. Making sure you're aware.
Gender is a construct.
Exactly.
All right. Greta doesn't care. Okay, so you're going to ride the moose.
It's time for a moose training montage.
I gotta say, riding a moose must look pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What direction do you want to go? Or is there anything else you want to do while you're here in the camp? Is there anything else you need to do while you're here?
I do have a question about the riding mechanic. If Korgo is on a moose,
Uh-huh.
how are we supposed to keep up?
Well, he's going to have to travel at your speed.
Yeah.
Okay,
The number of exploration activities you get is determined by the slowest person in the party.
gotcha.
I wanted to bring up two things. I did sell a bunch of stuff.
Cool.
So everybody gets 9 gold and 1 silver to their inventory.
Oh, you actually split it with us?
Yeah,
I was
I'm not a jerk.
not anticipating this.
And if we are truly treating this as a level 2 settlement, you guys should all have probably invest in a +1 potency rune for your weapon, which is 35 gold if you're going to be fighting with a weapon.
You guys have 35 gold?
I don't have that much.
Okay.
Okay, he doesn't explain how he does.
Well, that's too bad.
You do have a +1 hammer, +1 war hammer, and a +1 meteor hammer. Yeah, if you wanted to pool some money and buy another one, or whatever else you want to do, treat it as a level 2 settlement for now.
Maybe we could sell this warhammer and get Zank's bow, like the magic however that works.
Yep. That sounds good to me.
All right, thanks. Here you go. +1 warhammer. You sell it. I don't know how that works. Trading.
I don't know how that works.
Oh.
You actually just pay for a rune stone.
Oh, that's it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pay for a blank rune stone, which is 3 gold.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have 3 gold. I thought you said 35.
No, 35 to buy a brand new one, but because we have the Warhammer, we just transferred over and
Oh,
it cost 3 gold.
nice.
Oh, okay. So minus 3 gold. Okay.
All right, so Xankath now has a +1 bow.
Thank you.
Very cool.
I have one more administrative request.
Okay.
I would like to train the Thunberg how to attack. But it already knows how to attack because that's one of, that comes, all the animals that you get have standard ability. But that's up to you if you wanted to do something different.
I mean, that one has some pretty cool attack abilities.
If I train it to attack, I don't have to roll a command animal check to get it to do it in combat. And so that would be great, even though it would make it most of the time. You just don't want to waste an action. So I think you get to determine the DC for that.
For training it?
Yes. The GM determines the DC of any check required and the amount of time it takes, usually at least a week.
Okay.
It's usually impossible to teach an animal a trick that uses critical thinking. But Korgo doesn't have critical thinking.
Since there are no apparent guidelines, as far as I can tell, for training animal DCs, I will use simple level-based DCs. So go ahead and you make one check for animal handling? Is that how it works?
Yeah, it looks like it.
So you're going to start spending the next week training it to attack.
Yeah, but I guess it's up to you. I wouldn't do that if that's like I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't do any of my...
I will assume that you can do it as part of your exploration activities.
Okay. All right, I rolled a 22 nature.
That is a success.
Nice.
Korgo begins training his moose to attack, and at the end of that week, on the 16th, Korgo will have successfully trained the moose to attack.
Yeah. Korgo's like, just imagine all the greenhouse gases our enemies are emitting. Yeah. You're getting angry, aren't you?
Moose is well-known environmentalist.
Everyone knows Greta, right? No? Is that an unknown thing? I guess she hasn't been as famous in a while.
I didn't make the connection.
I got it.
I got it.
And we can make fun of her now too because she's not like a child anymore. She's an adult. So it's open game now.
Greenhouse gases are no joke, Josh.
We take it really serious.
Mike wrote an entire campaign about it.
That's so true. Whoops! I guess
Get out of my game.
These jokes are not going to hit. Okay.
All right. Anything else you want to do before you begin your next set of exploration activities?
There's got to be something else we can do to stall, guys.
I was considering, like, how do you train the moose to attack? Because I'm trying to teach my dog how to close a door. She gets pretty aggressive with that door. She's like nudging it and pushing at it. So now you got to train this moose to like attack targets. How do you do that?
It's a fantasy game. It's impossible.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just got to be a way.
I think Korgo teaches it slowly. Like, I don't know. What's a good way? Command word. He says a command word and the moose doesn't do anything. Maybe he does a command word and makes the moose a little angry and then kind of builds from there. And then gives it like little sugar cubes.
Mm-hmm. Positive reinforcement. Yep.
Yeah, positive reinforcement. As soon as it does something close to what you want, you give it a treat, and then you wait for that to happen again after you've set attack, and you keep doing that until eventually, after apparently 1 week, it works.
The montage ends with Korgo saying the attack word, the moose goring him, and Korgo feeding it, bleeding to death, a sugar cube from his open extended hand.
You did it, Greta. I'm so proud of you.
Is there any other stalling?
I'm done. I've done my part. Y'all got to step it up.
I'm good. I even went shopping.
I'm good.
Okay.
I asked a reality question in a fantasy game. So, yeah, that works.
That means you need to then decide which way you're going. You could go to the northeast into that partial hex in the plains, or you could go straight to the southeast through the hills.
I ping the hex directly lower right to us.
I agree.
Southeast hex.
Yep.
Okay. So you decide to move into that hex. Now those are hills, which of course means it's going to take 2 days to travel there. Go ahead and somebody make me a perception check. All right. I guess actually you can all make perception checks for the first day. And this is the kind of stuff that we'll probably edit out of the podcast.
19. Ooh.
18.
11.
28.
There it is.
Ooh.
Womp, 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 womp.
So you'll be delighted to know after rolling a 28 that nothing exciting happens.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. There's a lot of that.
You has to make us roll each time because when we do have to roll, it
Can't be special.
Can't be
Yeah.
special.
That's right. That's right. I know it's dumb, but I have to do it. Now you have to decide again where you're going.
Oh, don't we have to reconnoiter?
Oh, I'm sorry. You have to reconnoiter. You're right.
But
2 more days.
Before that, we conceal our tracks.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Before you reconnoiter, you want to
Yes.
conceal your tracks. Great. So that means either a survival check or an athletics check.
Ooh, I can do athletics.
Okay. Well, then make a roll.
Yeah, 20.
That is just a success. You did it. The DC was 20.
Oh,
Thanks.
So what that means is the burning mammoths will waste 2 extra days at that hex.
Wahaha.
Suckers. Did they go to the valley? I don't even know, man. Maybe this went this way.
All right, so you have succeeded in covering your tracks. The burning mammoths will waste 2 more days trying to get through that hex as they try to figure out where you went. You spend the next 2 days reconnoitering the hex. We've already rolled perception checks. I should probably roll those during the reconnoiter phase, not the travel phase. And nothing exciting happens. Which way do you want to go now?
Keep going southwest. It looks like there might be a bend in the mountains down there, so see what's going on there, and then we can...
Southeast, you mean?
That's what I meant. Southwest would be a weird choice.
That would be. Let's go straight into the mountains. All right, you travel to the southeast.
Well, that didn't actually help us.
You are now in the plains. That takes only 1 travel activity to get there before you reconnoiter. Do you want to do another delay activity?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there a river we could ford?
Not here. There's not. No.
Ugh. I'm out of ideas.
I don't suppose this is like a narrow area. There's a narrow area. There's not a narrow area. It was like, let's make a rock fall, but
that's a good idea.
it doesn't work
That
here.
is a good idea.
We'll keep it in mind for
In
later.
the plains, it probably doesn't work so well, but
No,
in the
not so
hills, in the hills, I'd let you pull that off,
Okay.
or at least try.
Bookmark that for later.
Maybe there's like some caribou or something we could try to divert to cover up our tracks because all their tracks will cover up our tracks because a big herd will go by.
Ooh, that's a cool idea too.
Do it, Jonesy.
Is that what you want to do? You want to try to lure some animals and have them sort of follow behind, try to guide them behind the following to cover the tracks?
Sounds like a cowboy Korgo move.
On his moose.
Ride in on your moose.
I think if you made an animal handling check, you could try that.
Okay. Korgo busts out a cowboy hat from somewhere. Rolls an 18.
You just got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you have once again covered your tracks, but this time using a slightly different method. I made the DC a little bit lower because you're using one of your own ideas instead of just one of the stock suggestions. Now, go ahead and roll perception checks for your reconnoiter activity on the 15th of Desna. Sorry, Desnas.
Oof.
Wow.
Oof.
Holy cow.
Oh, that was a bad group
Andreas,
of rolls.
Korgo, and Xankath all get dust in their eye from this elk herd.
3 natural 1s and a natural 20.
Nice.
Jonesy, my eyes hurt.
Jonesy is paying attention.
I see so clearly.
I think I've got glaucoma.
Guess what you see?
Nothing.
Nothing. That's right. And the next day is the 16th. You get to once again decide which way do you want to go, into the plains or into the hills.
I feel like skirting to the south. Let's like stretch this adventure out a little bit. See if there's like weird stuff hidden in the distance.
Sure.
Make like a little like arc. What do you think? We go like this a little bit.
Ooh.
There's like some rocks in there too, so we could use the rock pile tactic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're up against the mountains.
Yeah.
Cause a earth slide on them.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to try that?
We're going
so you head
south.
Yeah.
straight south?
Straight south.
Now, would they don't need to follow exactly what we did, are they? I mean, because we don't even see them on the map. So if we're like here, they would just be like, how do you draw? I want to draw. They
There's
would
a
just,
pencil.
oh no, not a square.
Oh, a square.
Well, now they're definitely going to find us.
No, I'm helping them with the square. You know, if we're like, whoop, then they're gonna be like this, and then our traps are gonna suck.
Yeah, but
'cause
why?
they're
Remember,
not
they're
gonna
following
back.
Yeah,
a
why
trail.
would they go that way and assume
Oh,
we're gonna?
so they can't see us,
Right.
Yeah, there's this is like 12 miles a hex or something like that.
dude. Is the world round?
Korgo, I know you're young and you haven't seen much of the world, but it's a ball.
I mean, I can see pretty far. It looks flat.
I know wheels are new to you. But if you are a very small ant on the rim of a wheel,
Okay, I see. Sorry, everyone. There's a fog of war going on. They can't see us from far away. Got it.
Also, there are mountains in the way, and remember, they haven't even arrived on the map that you're on yet.
they're still stopping off to fight the demon cat.
They may have to stop to fight the demon cat. Once they do get on the map, you've already delayed them by several days as well.
That's pretty cool.
Travel activity 1, you're moving into this hex that has hills. This is also the day that Korgo successfully trains the moose to attack.
Yes.
Travel activity 2 is the next day, the 17th of Desnas. The 18th is your reconnoiter activity. Do you want to do any delay activities on the 17th? You want to do that
Of course.
rockfall trap?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so how are you doing that? Tell me about how you're doing that, and I'll determine whether it just succeeds or... basically, if you expend some resources like spells or something, then it might just succeed if it's a good idea. If you want to try something you're not sure would succeed, then you'll have to make a roll of some kind.
Ooh, I have a spell that I could use for the day. How long does it last? 5 minutes. This spell lasts for 5 minutes. Andreas casts it, and he just, grows. His height multiplies. He grows to be about 8 feet tall. His muscles, bulge out, and he is able to carry much larger boulders than a normal man.
Wow.
Testosterone.
I found this HGH sitting beside the road.
Sure it's healthy?
Take it. It's probably so good.
Wait, you're showing off, and we have a magic bearded rock lifter guy.
Yeah.
Shaggy's like, oh, I'm useless
You
now.
can help.
Oh, yeah, Shaggy. He probably would have been able to point out which rocks, would loosen things.
If you want to enlist Shaggy's help, you're welcome to do that. Shaggy would love to carry some rocks around.
Double success.
If you want to do that, then actually, if you want to use Shaggy and this spell, I'm going to call it a critical success.
Yeah.
Then that's what we
That's
do.
That's
what we
exactly what we
do.
do. I didn't
Yeah.
want to hurt Andreas' feelings by going to Shaggy after.
I was going to call it a success. You bring Shaggy in to help with moving rocks around? Yeah, that is a critical success. How could it go wrong?
Why did you say it?
I told you, it's a crit success.
Korgo's taking HGH now. Him and Andreas are lip bros.
You get a husband point for thinking of Shaggy.
I don't think it was me. I think it was Korgo.
I want a husband point.
Oh, I thought he was calling me the massive bearded rock lifter guy.
It was, but then he was like, something about Korgo, and then I just stole it because nobody had heard it yet, so I got to sound smarter. Right? Was that what happened?
That still earns you a husband point.
What do you use those for?
Nothing, apparently. I think, no, that's a valid question. Josh, what are husband points for?
I don't know. I'm gonna text my wife that she gets one right now. We'll see what she says.
Is that like you'll bring me snacks later or something?
That would consume one husband point.
Okay.
The result of a critical success for this, then, is... Let's make this like a critical success on concealed tracks. And that means that the Burning Mammoths waste 2 days at the Hex, and they go the wrong direction.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So basically, you've blocked off the trail. They had to take some time to go around, and they lose the trail for a little while. They lose your tracks, and end up going in the wrong direction for a bit.
My wife's answer was not PG, by the way.
Ooh.
Not on this podcast, then.
I changed my answer about the snake.
My mind is racing. What could it be?
That doesn't mean it was a good thing. It's just not PG.
I changed it back to snake.
Yeah, I changed it back to snacks real quick.
Just respond snacks, question mark?
Yeah, right. Redirect it.
Now that you're in that Hex, and you've successfully delayed them, you need to make your standard perception checks.
Oh, now I got a crit.
Ooh.
Well, I got
Wow.
another natural.
Xankath still got sand in her eyes from that elk cord.
So dusty.
So you don't see anything exploring the Hex. Nothing dangerous crops up. Except that you do see some humanoid footprints in the dirt. Someone has tried to cover them up. Andreas, you're the one who sees this. But they didn't quite succeed in covering them. Judging by the spacing, these people are moving quickly. There might be a couple dozen of them. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. You know that they can't be broken tusks. The tracks are probably at least a couple days old, though, so they don't seem to represent an immediate threat. All right, so you're moving which way now? South? Southeast?
Which direction were the footprints going?
They're heading southish.
I think we should go south.
Agreed.
Yep.
So you move south. You travel into this Hex. It's hills again. And I need everyone to, first of all, you travel into it. It takes 2 days for that. Do you want to do any delay activities as you enter this hex?
We're doing pretty good so far. Any rivers?
No rivers here. I'm afraid the rivers you will see on the map when you get there.
How about false trail it?
Yeah,
I don't think we've
false
done
trail?
that one technically.
No, we haven't. Fake tracks. Let's do it.
Yeah, you can plant some false tracks. You need a deception check or a hill lore check.
Oh my.
I'll do deception. I have a decent deception. But based on how I've been rolling.
Yeah, send them into the woods to the southwest.
That's a 9.
Oh, hero point.
No.
Hero point.
Not a critical failure, but it's not a success.
Do I want to spend a hero point on that?
No.
What else are you
No.
gonna? What else are you gonna use it for, though? This is we get one every hour in the show.
I mean, okay, sure. Why not? Maybe this will turn my rolls around. It did not. It was 10.
There you go, from a 9 to a 10. So no, it didn't succeed. You are not able to plant false tracks. It just doesn't seem to work out here. The ground's just too hard. The tracks that are there, it's too much work to plant an entire false set of tracks. It's just not worth it.
Dust is still in my eyes. It's been a bad couple days.
Yep. I need you all to make your perception checks.
Ooh.
Now I got a critical fail.
Oh, that's better. 26.
Wow. Okay, so Korgo and Xankath, you spot the last bit of smoke from a campfire ahead. The way that it's sputtering suggests that someone has tried to put it out quickly and sloppily. And as you begin exploring this area, reconnoitering, you realize you should probably expect trouble ahead. So you move ahead slowly through this hex. A trail follows a stream through the hills, and you can see that the terrain opens up ahead to the grasslands beyond. Just at that spot, however, the stream is flanked by bushes, and you can see signs of movement in those bushes and near those bushes. Let's go to the map.
No, it's a map.
Someone is planning an ambush here.
Jerks.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you on the map where you would normally enter the map, okay? But I'm going to let you decide where you want your group to enter the map because you have spotted the ambush before it happened.
Oh, cool.
So you get the jump on them.
Nice.
Oh, I guess I should put the moose on the map.
Oh, cool.
You can see there are people on the map waiting in ambush. You get to decide where you want to enter this map.
Andreas is going to come in from the northeast
Okay?
corner.
Do we want to split?
Go in pairs, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, pairs would be good if we wanted to kill everyone, but I don't think that's what we want to do. We just want to make them go away, right? So we just stick together, beat them handily on one side, and then maybe
You
they'll
recognize some of these guys as the guys that run with scissors.
leave. Oh, of course.
Yeah, these guys look mean.
Are we saying stay together?
I'm all for splitting up. It could be me and Zanks on the left. I'll take the guys on the west side.
But you guys are the ones that are always dying.
Say it like that.
Xankath, come with me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry that the listener can't see this as your tokens just fly around the map.
Okay, final positioning. Andreas and Xankath are on the east side of the map, and Jonesy and Korgo are on the west side of the map.
Along with the moose and the Smilodon.
There's like these bushes that the Burning Mammoth guys are like hiding behind these bushes, expecting us to come through this ravine in the middle where there's a stream, and we're totally getting the jump on them from behind. It's
pretty
they
sweet.
think we're below. We're above.
Suckers.
Watch out.
So we'll roll initiative and see what happens in 2 weeks.
Oh, that was so surprising.
I did not see that coming. Thanks for listening to Broken Tusk Rising. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, by following us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram at The House of Bob, or by chatting with us on Discord, and most of all, by supporting us on Patreon. That's at patreon.com/thehouseofbob. This show is possible due to all our patrons who get special zines, one-shots, commentary, and currently patrons at the $10 level get a Mega Dungeon level based on the tarot every month. Art for this episode is by Shaun Makes. Audio production and music are by Mike Hammock. Thanks again for listening, and roll on.
Every time you say F gear route, I'm like, F gear. It's like F-Zero. Falcon punch.
There are a lot of things in this adventure where I think, who would do that? Right? It's like, if you approach this hex, if your party decides specifically to approach this hex from this direction, and if they choose to spend 3 extra days to enter the hex, then this happens. Why would anyone do that? Why would anyone say, I want to take 3 times longer to enter this hex?
Well, now we're about to.
Why are we planning for such weird outliers?
I don't understand. I don't know what the writer was thinking about that particular thing.
Chaotic decision making so that they don't anticipate what you're going to do. Makes total sense.
Maybe they're listening and they can write in.
Yeah.
That would be great.
They definitely hate this podcast. Look, you stupid Mike. You don't even understand what's going on.
Yeah.
That's what the writer sounds like, by the way. Spot on impression.
Ron Lundeen sounds nothing like that. Ron, if you're out there, come guest on
My
ours.
name's Ron. I hate Mike.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Ron. He doesn't know what he means.
Side note, Shaun, is anybody really quiet for you?
Kind of, but
I turn my mic down because I clip a lot.
Okay. All good. Just checking.
Oh, look how low it is. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. How's that better?
Yes, please turn your gain up and down. Then I'll make editing easier.
Oh, crap.
do that live
I put it back down.
That's
Fine.
great.
in mid-sentence.
Just back and forth mid-sentence. Just up,
exactly.
down, up, down.
That'll be lots of fun to adjust for. Like a game.
I put it back. We're at.
Okay.
Josh, you're being snuck up on.
Hello, child. Come say hi. I think it's Leah. Hi, Leah. Say hi.
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 When's Leah joining the podcast?
Oh, look at her run. She stole something.
Leah, come close the door.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, well. I'm too
She's gone.
lazy to go back there and close it. So.
I'm pretty sure she stole something.
She's playing Animal Crossing, and so she's like showing me every animal she catches. You know, soccer fish, big giant alien fish. I don't know what's going on in that game.
Did you say
I don't think
soccer
that's
fish?
I don't think that's one either.
I mean, it's a game.
Okay.
You can have soccer fish if it wants.
I want a soccer fish. That sounds cool.
Sorry. Josh was being stuck up on again, and it amused me.
Dang kids.
Not in here.
Kids today with their loud music and hula hoops.
Who left? Where's Jessica? No. Okay.
Uh-oh.
She didn't want to hear you
She
talk
was
about
like,
your...
this is bull.
I got my rune. I'm out of here.
Yeah, she's out.
Suckers.
I'm done with this podcast. I don't need you anymore. Taking my ruin back to my other game.
Sorry, guys.
You find a soccer fish.
In the mountains, you find a soccer fish.
You're in the wrong folder, Andreas. Why are you in the wrong folder? That's weird.
I don't know. I don't have control of the folders.
I know you don't. But why did I put you in the wrong folder?
I'm just a character in a game.
What are folders?